Welcome to the City of Action, Riverbank, California, where the Bruins host the Summerville Bears for Week 5 of the season. Summerville coming in at 3-1. The Riverbank Bruins 1-3 after taking a loss in the MLL last week to Calaveras 63-6, and the Summerville Bears winning on homecoming night 56-0 for their second straight shutout week. You're watching Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV. Stay tuned for more of the pregame show brought to you by NorCal Sports TV's Summer Basketball Camp. You're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209 or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100. Somerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you by the Bears Quarterback Club, Leslie Heavy Hall, Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, The Outpost, Leanne Lupo, the Sonora Area Foundation, and the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.
We are more than your one-stop shop for snacks and drinks. Our 3 locations, Outpost Soulsbyville, Sugar Pine Outpost, and the Cold Springs Outpost, is gas, lunch, dinner, even seasonings and more. Voted Best Burger of Tuolumne County in 2024. If you're going to Pinecrest, Dodge Ridge, or taking a scenic drive up Highway 108, the Cold Springs Outpost in Delhi is open 7 days a week. At the Outpost, we appreciate the community that supports us and allows us in turn to support the community. At the Outpost, when you walk through the door, you're family.
Somerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you by the Bears Quarterback Club, Leslie Heavy Hall, Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, The Outpost, Leanne Lupo, the Sonora Area Foundation, and the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Riverbank High School, the City of Action. Somerville Bears football traveling down from the foothills into the Central Valley, looking for their 4th win of the season, currently standing at 3-1. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Thank you for joining me on NorCal Sports TV alongside my crew, Taylor and Alyssa Rector. Looking at the Motherlode League right now, Summerville being at the number 1 spot, scoring the most points through all 8 teams. They scored 56 points in their homecoming victory against Bret Hart last week. Didn't allow any. Linden put up 55 points, just 1 less. Didn't allow any points. That's why they're in second. Calaveras at third, putting up 63 points, although they allowed 6 points against River Islands, and that's why they stand at number 3 with Summerville and Linden just ahead. And the Bruins will boot this one to the 25-yard line. Will be forced to pick up a little later. That's Owen Herrera pushing past the 40, and that's where the Summerville offense will start with, at the head, Bryce Leveros. Summerville, of course, being here in Riverbank, Linden at home against Big Valley Christian, Calaveras playing at River Islands, and it is Millennium at Bret Hart for Bret Hart's homecoming. First and 10, Summerville from the 42 to start it out. And looking at Riverbank, I know their defense is currently on the field, but their quarterback, Cerna, the senior, has only attempted 12 passes through the entire preseason. Not exactly sure what they were able to do last week, but only 12 passes through 3 games. Similar to kind of what Summerville runs because they always want to run the ball, but Bryce Leveros has put a lot more balls to the air this year than what we've seen in the 2 prior years when he was the sophomore and junior quarterback for this varsity team. Penalty flag to start it off. Summerville 5 yards back for 1st and 15. And as we know, Summerville's offense is nearly unstoppable. And so this should be an easy pickup to avoid the 3 and out. Pitch out to the right side. That's Carter Lee. He has 3 100-yard rushing games, and he's going to start out with a 63-yard rushing touchdown. Summerville on the board first. Too easy for the sophomore running back, Carter Lee. Like I had mentioned, he has 3 100-plus yard rushing games on the season. The only game where he had less was the first game of the season against Ripon Christian. He only had 1 carry for 2 yards. He is the second leading rusher on the team behind Bryce Leveros with 10 less rushing yards than him, but in half as many attempts. Only 18 rushes this season for 400 yards now after the opening to this game against Riverbank. Just 20 seconds in, 1 play, Carter Lee, 60-plus yards to the house. And the Bigfoot, the specialist, Bryson Benitez, the 4.5-star kicker, easily puts this through the uprights and creates a 7-0 game here in Riverbank.
When it comes to real estate, you really want somebody who can unlock those doors and hand you the keys. Lupo is the name. Synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County already for 30 years, the latest Lupo family member to join the real estate team at Keller Williams Agency is Leanne Lupo. A Tuolumne County native who knows how special this place is we call home, and a hard worker who cares about clients. Special talent and a Summerville High School graduate and huge Bears supporter. Have her unlock the door and hand you the keys to your dream home today. Give her a call. See what she can do to help you.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
Carter Lee takes it from one end to the other, finding the end zone for the touchdown. That's only his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season. His first was last week against Bret Hart on homecoming, and now he earns his 2nd, and now putting himself as the number 1 rusher on this Bears offense, even leading Bryce Leveros, who has 36 rushing attempts for 337 yards. Benitez will put this one just inside the 5, force the Bruins to return down the right side, and first to get to him is JT Oliva, the sophomore. 2 sophomores on the team making the most impact in just the first 2 plays. Now as we see the Riverbank Bruin offense out on the pitch, we'll have a flag immediately, or rather a whistle. They're going to send Jevin Rogers over to the Summerville sideline with an equipment malfunction. And in his place will be JT Oliva, who just had the tackle a moment ago on the kickoff. Last year, Summerville hosted Riverbank in a 49-0 game. Summerville easily defeating the Bruins at Thorstead Field. Current rushing leader for the Bruins is Montez, the junior, with 43 carries, 304 yards. And if you were to put him into the statistical categories with Summerville, he would be the third leading rusher on Summerville's offense, where on his team, he's number one. And so that's just a credit to the Summerville Bear offense and how they continue to run their team and use that as the primary source of moving the ball. Here's a pass out into the flat right side, going down the Bruin chalk line, tackled down by Duncan and Oliva, two of the sophomores on the team, able to stop him, although not after the first down. Back to the line rather quickly here. 1st and 10 from the 47. Hit behind the line for a tackle for loss. Owen Herrera was the first on the scene, and then Luke Larson comes in to pile drive him into the dirt. And in Riverbank, a real grass field, don't see that too often. One of the only teams in the MLL that actually has a grass field still.
Sorry, I'm old. That's an old Bear guy. Did a great job.
They'll count it for a loss of 1, make it 2nd and 11. That was Montez on the carry. Averages 7 yards per carry, although on his first attempt goes backwards. On the end around, he'll look downfield to throw. One-on-one coverage down there, and he reels it in. At the 27-yard line, the receiver rises up and pulls it down. The pitch out to Cody Martin, the junior, nearly had the double coverage, and somehow Riverbank able to pull that down with Kareem Geeth, the senior wide receiver. Great play for the Bruins. Only their 13th pass attempt. Find themselves down in the attacking third. Under center, pitch right side. Some Bears in the backfield. It's Montez careening forward, turning the legs for a gain of 4, make it 2nd and 6.
Tackled by Duncan. Bruins came to run tonight.
Geeth, who had the reception a moment ago, that's only his 2nd of the season. He had 26 yards on his first reception. And they're gaining one to double his receiving yards. Here's 2nd and 6, another pitch left side. Montez, first touch by Kyle Hamilton, and the rest of the Bears defense do the work, including Malachi Fromm. Third and 10 after the loss. Going back to throw. Screen play to Montez. He'll try to catch the corner, but tripping him down is Jevin Rogers. Just a short gain, and now 4th down for the Bruins and a decision to make.
It's still a couple yards, but he's brought down. 4th down.
They're going to say he gained 2, so make it 4th and 8. Looks like their offense is going to stay out there on the field with George Serna, the senior quarterback, talking to the coach, getting the play. And in this position, they're a running team, but you want to pass the ball Summerville secondary in the first game of the season against Ripon Christian struggled a little bit to pass the ball, or to defend the pass at least. But since then, Summerville has kept getting stronger, and this is the strongest we've seen Summerville so far this season. Riverbank calls a timeout with about 7 minutes to go in the first, and the Bears lead 7-0 here on NorCal Sports TV.
Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through 3 functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever. You ever needed a specialized trucking company for environmental cleanup? One that provides reliable, cost-effective transportation of aggregate materials and bulk construction equipment? Leslie Heavy Haul, who've been in business since 1978, are your people. Use their specialized equipment and personnel today by calling 209-840-1827 or check them out online, leslieheavyhaul.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram too. It's Leslie Heavy Haul for all your trucking needs, locally and long distance.
The Bruins called the timeout to make it 4th and 8, give themselves a little extra time. Coach can draw up the play, and their offense does remain out there with Serna being under center in the splitbacks. 7 minutes, 15 seconds to go. They go play action. Serna rolling. There's Rafferty to force the fumble out of bounds. It's going to be Bears football either way, and Gabe Rafferty right there once again, not only creating the stop, but punching the ball out. Rafferty, one of the biggest defensive players on Summerville's roster. He had 9 tackles in the game last week against Bret Hart, where he previously had 4, but he also leads the team in sacks now with 4, and the team has 9 in total now after that one. Gabe Rafferty once again showing his worth on the defensive end. Leveros and company to the run game. Straight up the middle with Lopez. He's breaking free. The last line of defense getting to him all the way down to the 35-yard line. Orlando Lopez, he doubled his season rushing yards in last week's game, went from 85 total to now 172, and he doubled his rushing touchdowns from 2 to 4, already making a big impact through the legs right up the center to the 35. First and 10, Summerville. At the bottom of your screen is Malachi Lopez and Luke Larson. Lopez now in motion, and a false start penalty will push Summerville back to the 40.
False start on the Bears. Going to move back a little bit.
We've seen 2 rushes so far from Summerville's offense. And looking at their stats compared to last year, they're on track to rush for over 3,000 rushing yards. In 2024, they rushed for 2,618, nearly 400 more. And when you spread that out over the 10 games, it's not too much. But when you think about it, they're rushing for nearly an entire extra game on top of the 9-10 game season as it is. Carter Lee gets this call as he lunges forward for a gain of 7 or 8 past the original line of scrimmage, and now for 2nd and long.
It's about 7 yards, 8 yards.
Carter Lee only 4 touches in last week's homecoming game, although he earned 115 yards, a touchdown, and 2 of those runs were 51 yards. Which is his longest of the season. 2nd and 8. Leveros, air, Larson, left side, gets a block down the chalk line, trying to stay on his feet, and gets twisted down inside the red zone. Luke Larson, the number 1 target from Leveros. He is 9 of 12, now make it 10 of 13 on the season for over 150 yards. His receiving long was 58, and that was in the first game of the season against Ripon Christian down the right sideline. Unfortunately, fumbled in the end. He did get back on top of it, but it does count towards the stat as a fumble. Summerville knocking at the door to score again the last two games. At the end of the first, it's been a 14-0 score in favor of Summerville. Carter Lee trying to do that now. He does get inside the 5, but Summerville will have to run another play. Summerville has done a great job of spreading the ball to different players. We've seen Lopez, we've seen Lee, we've seen Larson. And Larson last week, he got his first carry of the season. Of course, he's the number one receiving option for Leveros, but he got his first carry. It was a 31-yard rushing touchdown, and so he averages 31 yards per rush and a touchdown every time. Leveros back to the run game with Lopez, and he is knocked down just before the goal line. Leveros and company will be back to the line. A couple of players did not get off the field in time, and so the flags will fly, push Summerville half the distance to the goal line, keep it second down, but we'll put them a couple inches forward, and Leveros might get the call here. Running play up the middle. Breaking the plane, touchdown Summerville. Orlando Lopez to the left of Leveros. Set back up, being that much closer to the end zone. Just a little give. Breaking that plane for the touchdown. That is his 5th rushing touchdown of the season. Only 19 rushing attempts for him, nearly 200 yards. 13-0. Benitez to tack on the extra point. This is up and through. 14-0. Summerville leading Riverbank in the city of action. It's Bears football on NorCal Sports TV.
Located in downtown Sonora, Grocery Outlet is more than just a grocery store with fresh produce, fresh meat, including organic, but we have a huge selection of vitamins, health and beauty supply. We also have shelf stock with natural, organic, and specialty items that could make your head spin. Not to mention big brands with even bigger savings. It'll make you go bananas. Our annual food drive provides thousands of dollars for our Sonora community. Locally owned and operated by David and Jess Greenblatt.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
We are more than your one-stop shop for snacks and drinks. Our 3 locations, Outpost Soulsbyville, Sugar Pine Outpost, and the Cold Springs Outpost, is gas, lunch, dinner, even seasonings and more. Voted Best Burger of Tuolumne County in 2024. If you're going to Pinecrest, Dodge Ridge, or taking a scenic drive up Highway 108, the Cold Springs Outpost and Deli is open 7 days a week. At the Outpost, we appreciate the community that supports us and allows us in turn to support the community. At the Outpost, when you walk through the door, you're family.
Bears football, NorCal Sports TV, live from Riverbank with 4 minutes to go in the first. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores, and Summerville leading 14-0 after a long touchdown run from Carter Lee and then a short touchdown run from Orlando Lopez. Got plenty more game time to go. We'll see if the Riverbank Bruins can get their offense moving here. They launched down the field, got about to the 25-yard line, but the Bears defense picked up then and stopped anything coming from the Bruins. But a one long pass led them down inside the 30. So you can't count the Bruins out yet, despite the reigning state champion Summerville Bears being on top by 2 possessions. First and 10 from the 20 after Benitez puts it through the end zone. A little movement up front on the defensive side will lead to a free 5 yards. Don't have to change the play call. You didn't run anything, so just move that ball forward, get back down to the line. But it looks like Riverbank does want to change their game plan. So Serna goes back to the sideline. Coach says it's 1st and 5. We can probably take some shots. We can look downfield a little more. Let's see what Coach has in store. It's a run up the middle. Owen Herrera there to make the stop after a 3-4 yard gain. Owen Herrera last week his first sack of the season.
About a 9-yard gain.
Herrera last year, 53 tackles. He was the leader in tackles, solo tackles that is. Only had 1 sack despite always finding himself in the backfield. Got his first sack last week. Here's Serna on a run. Can't go really anywhere, but it was just enough to move the chains.
Gets it up for a first down. Brought down by Rogers and Goins.
First and 10. Here's the handoff. Hit in the backfield. That's Kyle Hamilton. And Luke Larson finishes him off. Another great defensive stop by the Summerville Bears. Time ticks down under 3 minutes and an official timeout as going off the field is Gabriel Sandoval. But you see Hamilton in the back. Herrera's there. Duncan, Larson. Too many black helmets going in on the play to make it a 3-yard loss. Jackson Hammond, sophomore, will enter into the huddle as Serna comes from the sideline to call out the play. 2nd and 13. Serna, play action, looking for options, being tracked down. There's a penalty flag. Rogers breaks up the pass, and then another flag comes in near the receiving area. Holding against the offense, and then a personal foul against the defense. And there's where that flag came in at the end there. And so they're offsetting penalties. The white hat not giving any specifics about what the personal fouls were. So holding and then personal foul offset, keep it 2nd and 13. Handoff. Tripped down by the shoestring tackle. That's Owen Herrera. 3rd and a plane ride for Riverbank.
Owen Herrera. Aruja on the run.
Under 2 minutes to go in quarter 1. Summerville leading 14-0. Thank you to all of our proud sponsors of NorCal Sports TV, Summerville Bears football, including Caldwell Insurance and Deo Espresso and Smoothies, our kickoff sponsor. Riverbank taking their time, going back and forth. They know this is a big 3rd down play. If they don't get it, chances are Summerville goes up 3 possessions.
Keep him going over there. Keep him going.
Serna taking 3rd down from essentially Oakdale. Here's a Bear in the backfield, and then the rest of them are there to make the stop. Give credit to Bryce Bailey, the sophomore defensive lineman, coming in, throwing him down. Bailey getting a tackle last week in the win against Bret Hart. Sophomore getting some good defensive action there. Under a minute remains in the first with Riverbank forced to punt. Back to return is Luke Larson standing at his own 45-yard line. The snap, the kick, nearly blocked by Herrera. This will come up short as it bounces at directly midfield. Larson will pick up and get swallowed up by a pack of Bruins.
Number 13 braves the gauntlet, picks up the ball. Luke Larson gets the ball for the Bears.
So 28 seconds for Summerville if they want to score again in this first quarter. In their prior 2 games against Bret Hart and Hiram Johnson, Summerville has scored 14 points in the first quarter in each of those games and then have scored their third touchdown within 10 seconds of the second quarter starting. So we might be able to see that again today unless Summerville wants to pull out one big play and make it downfield. They have two receivers at the top of the screen as Carter Lee goes in motion from left to right. And this will be a loss of yards for Summerville. Make it -2 on the run. Lopez, not a lot of space for him to move. And it looks like Summerville will go to the huddle, allow the time to tick down as we see Lopez get knocked for 2 yards there. But we are 12 minutes through gameplay. Summerville leading 14-0 in Riverbank.
Needed a specialized trucking company for environmental cleanup, one that provides reliable, cost-effective transportation of aggregate materials and bulk construction equipment? Leslie Heavy Haul, who've been in business since 1978, are your people. Use their specialized equipment and personnel today by calling 209-840-1827 or check them out online, leslieheavyhaul.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram too. It's Leslie Heavy Haul for all your trucking needs, locally and long distance. Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon. When it comes to real estate, you really want somebody who can unlock those doors and hand you the keys. Lupo is the name. Synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County already for 30 years, the latest Lupo family member to join the real estate team at Keller Williams Agency is
Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV, live from Riverbank, quarter 2. Summerville up 14-0. Here's a pitch out right side to Clavey Duncan, who's launching himself forward. Shot out of a cannon, going down the chalk line. Has space to go inside the 10, pushed out before the pylon. No, touchdown Summerville. The hands go up, and there's multiple penalty flags back and a Bruin down on the field. Clavey Duncan shooting through the open holes.
Looks like 2 counts of holding against the Bruins. Sorry, not the Bruins. Jimmy, do you need Coach Ross down there? Are you okay? Both penalties go against the Bears, not the Bruins. Sorry about that.
So with the penalties, this will bring the ball all the way back.
That'll put the Bears back at the 30-yard line. While we're getting the injury sorted out.
And we can take a look at where the injury happened. It's at the 40-yard line. We'll scrub this back for you to see. The 40-yard line, a Bear comes across, runs into him, making the block. It looks like he got his legs tangled up.
Here we go, number 78 back on his feet. Little help from the coach.
It's Alexis Rojo Rios, the injured Bruin, getting helped off the field. But a slew of penalties against the Bears pushed the ball back to the 30-yard line. And so it'll be taking the snap, second down, nearly from Chicken Ranch Casino at this point. 11:49, just 11 seconds taken off the clock in that one play from Clavey Duncan. Leveros, the snap, goes back, takes the run. Penalty flag on the far side of the field. Leveros still going. And then a late penalty flag comes in on the Riverbank sideline. So 2 penalty flags on the play, one near the start. That was on Summerville's sideline, and then Riverbank gets called for one late. Officials meeting at the 50 as we see the end of the run here from Leveros, and we'll get the call from the White Hat. So they're going to wave a flag off, and then a sideline, or an illegal shift, rather, against Summerville. So we see the flag fly in there late, but illegal shift against Summerville, which the play should have ended as soon as that happened. The official should have blown the whistle, stopped the play, and then Summerville should have kept running from that point, but officials didn't stop the play, and that could lead to injuries and other things. But now it's 2nd and 1,000,000 for Summerville. Pitch out left side. It's Lopez using his brother as a blocker, getting past the original line of scrimmage. Now a first down and more. A huge Summerville run gets them a fresh set of downs.
Brought down by number 7, Alex Mello. Number 1 on the run, Orlando Lopez. First down and more for the Bears.
That moves the ball all the way down to the 42. From the left hash. 1st and 10. Leveros brings over Duncan. He'll take it himself on the quarterback draw. Another first down. Back-to-back for Summerville.
3, Bryce Leveroos lowers his shoulder, gets a first down. Tackle by Roja.
Summerville just taking their time, pushing down the field. Those penalties hurting Summerville a little bit, but the score doesn't represent that. 1st and 10, once again, from the high red zone. Leveros in a tight formation with Herrera and Lopez as the receiving set. Bottom of the screen. He'll throw. He'll look end zone. He's got him, and it's incomplete. Slips through the hands of Malachi Lopez. We don't see Summerville pass too often, but this is one of the bigger passing attempts we've seen from this Summerville offense. Keeping them near inbounds, you're not really targeting a sideline to where if it's incomplete or if there's anyone near, you don't really have to worry about an interception. That was a true passing play from Summerville. We don't see too often. Remains 14-0, 10.5 minutes to go. Summerville from the 25. Leveros sends Lee to the right. He gives it up the middle, passes the pill over, and this will be a gain of a couple.
Orlando Lopez, tackled by Zola, number 0. And 33 is the unknown group.
Want to give a couple shout-outs. Thanks to my parents watching from Alabama, my contractor Ben watching from Tuolumne. Anyone else watching, go down in the comments in the live chat. Let me know where you're watching from, who you're rooting on, and we have a timeout called by Riverbank. We'll be back with more Summerville Bears football after this message from your local NorCal Sports TV sponsors.
Located in downtown Sonora, Grocery Outlet is more than just a grocery store with fresh produce, fresh meat, including organic, but we have a huge selection of vitamins, health and beauty supply. We also have shelf stock with natural, organic, and specialty items that could make your head spin. Not to mention big brands with even bigger savings. It'll make you go bananas. Our annual food drive provides thousands of dollars for our Sonora community. Locally owned and operated by David and Jess Greenblatt.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209, or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100. Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV. Bears leading 14-0. A third down play after the Riverbank timeout will go just a couple of yards forward, but we want to send it to our man on the field in Linden, a game break, as we hear a little bit more from the Motherlode League, Jeremy Hurtado.
After a couple 3-and-outs, Linden finally breaks through with a 44-yard touchdown from DeAndre Smith, and then capitalize on a missed kickoff. Come back and score 10 seconds later to a 44-yard touchdown to Linden Lions missed the extra point, up 13-0, 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
We'll hear more from Jeremy in just a second, but this fourth down play, Leveros will be looking to throw, ends up using his legs to get past the marker, hit inside the 10, trying to push forward inside the 5. Summerville once again gets saved through the legs of Leveros. So, Jeremy, in Linden, this is your first time seeing Linden live playing Big Valley Christian. What do you think, as last year they had a share of the Motherlode League title, what is it going to mean at the end of the season?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how Linden comes out, because this is the last game that they don't have their new quarterback after the transfer rule. So next week, new quarterback comes into play, and that kind of changes things for Linden. But right now, they got things rolling against Big Valley.
And you sent me a picture as you were heading out to Linden. Of course, Deo is one of the best sponsors on NorCal Sports TV. You finally got one. You got my favorite drink, the Peanut Butter Blast. How delicious was it, and should other people try it?
No, absolutely. I stopped there in Copperopolis when I was coaching down here in Linden. That was a daily stop for me on the way to practice, and I figured, hey, I was going back down to Linden tonight. Might as well stop by and check it out. Peanut Butter Blast, one of my favorites, too. And so, yeah, it was kind of a little nostalgia thing. I sent you the picture. Hey, thanks for Deo being our kickoff sponsors every week. I appreciate that. And go support Deo Espresso.
We have a warning against Summerville there, so they're going to move the ball back for second and goal from past the 10-yard line. But, Jeremy, thank you so much for the game break. Hopefully we'll hear from you in the second half. We want to bring this to you by JH Excursions. Is that what it's called?
It's a JH Rides, but yeah, that'll work. JH Rides, game break.
JH Rides.
Here live from Linden High School.
If you want to ride anywhere in the county or outside the county wanting to go to an airport, then you can call JH Rides. Find him on Facebook.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you, Jeremy. That was Jeremy Hurtado from Linden giving us some Motherlode League action. We have another penalty flag at the 10 as Lopez trots his way into the end zone, but most likely this one coming back. They're going to call holding against Summerville, push them back even further on their first and goal attempt. So it'll be first and goal from the 19 for Summerville. Lee in motion. Leveros, the run. Gets a couple. Bruins cannot take him down. The officials will eventually have to blow the whistle. He still gets thrown to the ground, and no penalty flag there. Usually you can't do that to a quarterback or really any runner, especially late after the whistle like that. Officials let it play through for some reason here against Leveros. See, Leveros gets picked up. His stop of forward momentum is here. They start blowing the whistle. Leveros, of course, gives up. There's so many Bruins around him. You cannot take him to the ground like that. You have to stop your play. The Bruins really get away from one there because that should have been half the distance to the goal line. This clock stopped again for some reason. Here's a run from Lopez. Bruins defense near the goal line doing a great job of stopping Summerville. Third and goal from the 10. Leveros, pitch out Lopez. Has one blocker inside the 5. The goal line's right there. He's in. Touchdown, Summerville.
At 2, touchdown, Bears. Orlando Lopez makes it in for the touchdown.
Larson way over on the Riverbank sideline. He was in a little tussle. But it doesn't matter. Lopez able to gain the yardage, gain the distance through 3 different Bruins all by himself. That's 6 more points to Summerville as they now lead 20-0 in the first half. They'll rely upon Bryson Benitez once again to make it a 21-0 score and can easily put this one out of the stadium. Larson to hold. Here's the snap. It's low. Benitez puts it up and through the uprights. It's a 21-0 score in Riverbank for Summerville Bears football.
Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
At Deo, our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Voted best cup of coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com.
It's our Deo Espresso and Smoothies kickoff on NorCal Sports TV. You're watching Summerville Bears football live from Riverbank in the Valley of California. 7:22 to go, and the Bears leading 21-0 in Motherlode League play. We heard from Jeremy Hurtado in our JH Rides game break earlier. Thank you for coming on. He's in Linden right now watching the Lions play the Big Valley Christian Lions. Motherlode League play started last week. Summerville getting a win against Bret Hart. Here is our Deo Espresso and Smoothies kickoff from Bryson Benitez, popping this one near the 5. Riverbank will try to return. Down the right sideline. Gets contacted, still busts through. 1, 2, 3 defenders and launched out of bounds near the 40. A great return for Riverbank. Not a lot of teams have the option to return the ball, as Bryson Benitez, especially last week, he put the ball out of the back of the end zone every single kickoff. This week, just a little bit different, and it's about playing conditions, too. Last week, of course, they were at home. They had the turf field. This week, they're in Riverbank. They have a grass field. It's a little thicker. It's a little tougher to kick on the grass fields. And so Bryson Benitez still having great distance, great kicks, but since the playing conditions are that much different, ball might just not go as far. 21-0 Summerville. Riverbank will be back on offense with their split backs. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. The give to the middle will be stopped immediately. Just 1 yard, and Oliva will come out onto the field alongside Ripley to relieve Malachi Fromm. Second and long, the give to the middle. Gabe Rafferty is there, slinging him to the ground after a 4-yard gain. 3rd and mid for the Bruins.
Hey, parents on both sides, you brought a small child, a small human being, like say under 10 or something, and you're wondering where they're at, maybe take a look for them.
3rd and 5 for the Riverbank Bruins. Right now, based on last week's score in the MLL, they are dead last at number 8. They allowed 63 points. They only scored 6. A little bit of movement. They're going to put that against Summerville. Offside, so 5 yards, and that should be a first down based on where they were. And we can look back at this, actually. We'll see how close this was. Was too much movement up front. Ball goes, or the heads of the Summerville defense goes over the ball. Another run play to the right side. Hit for no gain. 2nd and 10. Larson, Herrera, both of them combining for the tackle.
Luke Larson at 24, Owen Herrera. Soraya, you're doing a good job. She's learning a whole bunch from you. Good job. Watching it. Good job.
Sandoval on the carry. Last year, he rushed for 4 carries, only 7 yards. His long was 5. Play action, throwing left side. There's Owen Herrera, and slung down to the ground. A loss of 8. We're going to credit that tackle to Daryl Goins, the senior defensive lineman. Owen Herrera got a hand on the jersey, a little tug, and Goins said, "I got it from here." Huge loss. Summerville defense wanting to get the ball back to Leveros one more time before the half. They lead 21-0. Larson just exited off the field. We'll see what the defense does here as the officials are going to stop the game for a moment and tell Carter Lee he has to exit. He just came on the field for Luke Larson, so they're going to swap back. And if I were the Bruins, I would say, I don't care what's wrong with Carter Lee's equipment. Don't let Luke Larson come out on this field. We don't want to get hit by him. In some trouble, and he's thrown down. Grabbed the arm, Wyatt Berger throws the man down for another large loss. Goins again also in on the tackle. That one's combined with him, and now it's 4th down and roughly 25. Can't do simple math that quick. This one is, I believe, deflected. It goes right to the Bruins sideline out at the 41. See this one closer. I believe that was deflected. That'll be technically a negative punt for Riverbank because it didn't get past the original line of scrimmage. So with that, it's 21-0, and the Bears offense is back out there with a 4-man receiving set. Too high, too low. Leveros goes back to the run game instead. It's Lopez, and the Bruins were ready for that as he gains nothing. Riverbank not biting. Their defense knew it was going to be a run play. We've now dipped under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Carter Lee following Owen Herrera, and Lopez tracked from behind. Down he goes inside the 20. Another red zone visit for the Summerville offense. See the Bears cheerleaders coming up to the booth. You can watch their halftime performance right here in between the first and second halves. Just 3 minutes away from that. 2 minutes to go in the first half. 1st and 10. Inside the 20. Leveros, the opposite side pitch to Lee. It's sniffed out, and he goes down. Summerville taking some time in the huddle on their 2nd and 8 play. Taking the snap here from the 15. And officials will blow the whistle, and Summerville calls the timeout. 1:40 to go in the first. It's Bears football on NorCal Sports TV.
Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you by the Bears Quarterback Club, Leslie Heavy Haul, Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, The Outpost, Leanne Lupo, the Sonora Area Foundation, and the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.
Summerville's offense back out on the field with 1:40 to go. It's a fake to Lee, a run by Lopez, easy, end zone touchdown. The fake had half the defense thinking it went in the direction of Carter Lee, when in reality it went to the hands of Lopez on the right side. He followed Larson. He was side by side with Leveros, who gave him the pitch. Leveros lays the boom, and that leads to another Summerville touchdown for the 4th of the night. And the Bears will be right back out there with booming Bigfoot, the specialist, Bryson Benitez, held by Luke Larson at the 10, to make it a 28-0 game in Week 2 of Motherlode League play. Benitez puts foot to leather and easily puts that through. 28-0. It's Bears football on NorCal Sports TV, brought to you by Leanne Lupo and the Bears Quarterback Club.
When it comes to real estate, you really want somebody who can unlock those doors and hand you the keys. Lupo is the name. Synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County already for 30 years, the latest Lupo family member to join the real estate team at Keller Williams Agency is Leanne Lupo. A Tuolumne County native who knows how special this place is we call home, and a hard worker who cares about clients. Special talent and a Summerville High School graduate and huge Bears supporter. Have her unlock the door and hand you the keys to your dream home today. Give her a call. See what she can do to help you.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
28-0, Summerville leading Riverbank in the city of action. Summerville Bears football, the last 3 games have not allowed any points. Denair was the last to score against them in that 47-17 victory in Week 2 of high school football season. This is the first away game for Summerville since Week 1 when they faced off against Ripon Christian in their season opener. It's only 1 of 4 away games as we have a penalty flag. Duncan went down. This one might be against Riverbank. First away game since the season opener back on August 22nd against Ripon Christian. 1 of 4 away games, and this is the first game in MLL history where Summerville has traveled to Riverbank to play. It's their second year in MLL play, and of course Summerville being hosting Riverbank last year, travels down this year, so it's the first Summerville-Riverbank Motherlode League game in Riverbank. That was our Deo Espresso and Smoothies kickoff. Bryson Benitez just short once again of the goal line, doing a great job putting them in position, and Riverbank putting them in worse position with the personal foul. Riverbank starts their drive from the 15-yard line. They have a minute 35 to find the end zone, or else we head into the half. Running play. Not going to work. Luke Larson is in there. Only a 3-yard gain.
And it gets up to about the 18, like 19-yard line. So it's going to be second down and 6.
Summerville has scored 182 points this season entering this game. They've only allowed 52. 35 of those were from Ripon Christian. But they average 3.5 points scored to allowing only 1. So essentially, it's half a touchdown per 1 point. Time continues to tick down, just under a minute. Second and roughly 7 for the Bruins. Marker goes down.
Bruins lose the handle on it, but pick it back up. Right back to the line of scrimmage, third down.
No gain, third down. They keep stopping the clock when Riverbank has the ball in their hands. White hat signaling to keep it moving. Under 30 seconds, Riverbank most likely getting their final play call of the second quarter.
White hat, your flag's just hit this. We think you're throwing a flag. It's your marker. We apologize for that. Stop it.
Serna gets back to the huddle. Under 10 seconds to take the final snap. Third and long. Handoff, bouncing right. Hamilton makes the stop, and time expires in the first half as the Bears are leading 28-0. Stay tuned for the cheerleaders at the half. Until then, we'll have your sponsors of Summerville Bears football. NorCal Sports TV presents Bears football live from Riverbank.
Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you by the Bears Quarterback Club, Leslie Heavy Haul, Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, The Outpost, Leanne Lupo, the Sonora Area Foundation, and the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Located in downtown Sonora, Grocery Outlet is more than just a grocery store with fresh produce, fresh meat, including organic, but we have a huge selection of vitamins, health and beauty supply. We also have shelf stock with natural, organic, and specialty items that could make your head spin. Not to mention big brands with even bigger savings. It'll make you go bananas.
I live geek like geek, no squat, WRBCMG, right with that small, tall, long, big, no small, bitch, all pretty, and we y'all giving her, hey, yeah, her, hey, it's giving her, hey, yeah, her, hey.
Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you by the Bears Quarterback Club, Leslie Heavy Haul, Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, The Outpost, Leanne Lupo, the Sonora Area Foundation, and the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Located in downtown Sonora, Grocery Outlet is more than just a grocery store with fresh produce, fresh meat, including organic, but we have a huge selection of vitamins, health and beauty supply. We also have shelf stock with natural, organic, and specialty items that could make your head spin. Not to mention big brands with even bigger savings. It'll make you go bananas. Our annual food drive provides thousands of dollars for our Sonora community. Locally owned and operated by David and Jess Greenblatt.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
When it comes to real estate, you really want somebody who can unlock those doors and hand you the keys. Lupo is the name. Synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County already for 30 years, the latest Lupo family member to join the real estate team at Keller Williams Agency is Leanne Lupo. A Tuolumne County native who knows how special this place is we call home, and a hard worker who cares about clients. Special talent and a Summerville High School graduate and huge Bears supporter. Have her unlock the door and hand you the keys to your dream home today. Give her a call. See what she can do to help you. You ever needed a specialized trucking company for environmental cleanup? One that provides reliable, cost-effective transportation of aggregate materials and bulk construction equipment? Leslie Heavy Haul, who've been in business since 1978, are your people. Use their specialized equipment and personnel today by calling 209-840-1827 or check them out online, leslieheavyhaul.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram too. It's Leslie Heavy Haul for all your trucking needs, locally and long distance.
Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209 or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100.
We are more than your one-stop shop for snacks and drinks. Our 3 locations, Outpost Soulsbyville, Sugar Pine Outpost, and the Cold Springs Outpost, is gas, lunch, dinner, even seasonings and more. Voted Best Burger of Tuolumne County in 2024. If you're going to Pinecrest, Dodge Ridge, or taking a scenic drive up Highway 108, the Cold Springs Outpost in Deli is open 7 days a week. At the Outpost, we appreciate the community that supports us and allows us in turn to support the community. At the Outpost, when you walk through the door, you're family. The Sonora Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through three functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever.
At Deo, our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Voted best cup of coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com.
Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you by the Bears Quarterback Club, Leslie Heavy Hall, Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, The Outpost, Leanne Lupo, the Sonora Area Foundation, and the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Located in downtown Sonora, Grocery Outlet is more than just a grocery store with fresh produce, fresh meat, including organic, but we have a huge selection of vitamins, health and beauty supply. We also have shelf stock with natural, organic, and specialty items that could make your head spin. Not to mention big brands with even bigger savings. It'll make you go bananas. Our annual food drive provides thousands of dollars for our Sonora community. Locally owned and operated by David and Jess Greenblatt.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
When it comes to real estate, you really want somebody who can unlock those doors and hand you the keys. Lupo is the name. Synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County already for 30 years, the latest Lupo family member to join the real estate team at Keller Williams Agency is Leanne Lupo. A Tuolumne County native who knows how special this place is we call home, and a hard worker who cares about clients. Special talent and a Summerville High School graduate and huge Bears supporter. Have her unlock the door and hand you the keys to your dream home today. Give her a call. See what she can do to help you. You ever needed a specialized trucking company for environmental cleanup? One that provides reliable, cost-effective transportation of aggregate materials and bulk construction equipment? Leslie Heavy Hall, who've been in business since 1978, are your people. Use their specialized equipment and personnel today by calling 209-840-1827 or check them out online, leslieheavyhall.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram too. It's Leslie Heavy Hall for all your trucking needs, locally and long distance.
Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209 or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100.
We are more than your one-stop shop for snacks and drinks. Our three locations, Outpost Soulsbyville, Sugar Pine Outpost, and the Cold Springs Outpost, is gas, lunch, dinner, even seasonings and more. Voted best burger of Tuolumne County in 2024. If you're going to Pinecrest, Dodge Ridge, or taking a scenic drive up Highway 108, the Cold Springs Outpost and Deli is open 7 days a week. At the Outpost, we appreciate the community that supports us and allows us in turn to support the community. At the Outpost, when you walk through the door, your family. The Sonora Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through 3 functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever.
At Deo, our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Voted best cup of coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com.
Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you by the Bears Quarterback Club, Leslie Heavy Haul, Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, The Outpost, Leanne Lupo, the Sonora Area Foundation, and the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
Benton Road.
You're watching Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV. Summerville leading 28-0 through 2 quarters, and it is the Riverbank Bruins hosting Summerville. Yet to get on the board, they took one trip down to the red zone, but weren't able to do much. And now they're starting out with the ball after the second half. Deo Espresso and Smoothies kickoff from Bryson Benitez, putting it back inside the 10-yard line. But the Bruins, so far, they've seen a lot of rushing plays, and they've seen a lot of tackles for loss from the Bears defense. They had one play in their first possession, a passing play inside the 25-yard line. That was their largest gain in one single play. Other than that, haven't really been able to move the ball, but maybe Coach had some second-half adjustments. We'll see what the Bruins come out with here. We'll get to the comments section in just a couple of minutes, but you can join everyone else in the live chat. Throw out where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Thanks to my NorCal Sports TV crew, Alyssa Rector, Taylor Rector, Dion and I, working some magic from the back end, as well answering some of your questions about some of the upcoming streams that we'll have for you on NorCal Sports TV. Tomorrow we have a couple of junior college football games. You can join us for that. Another great defensive play by the Summerville defense. A loss of a couple. Gabe Rafferty once again creating another stop, the leading tackler on the team for 2 years straight. Third and 13. The snap, the pitch, the ball is loose. Jumped on. It'll be a loss of 7 yards, 8 yards, and fourth down and forever. The pitch out just didn't get him there, and since he dives down on the ball, immediately down. Remember, high school ball, as soon as your elbow, knee, hand touches, makes it a dead ball. So fourth and $1 billion for the Bruins, who will end up punting this one. Looking towards Orlando Lopez. Last week he had a muffed punt, unfortunately, that gave the ball back to Bret Hart. They were able to make the stop defensively, but you never want to see that ball given away, especially after making some big stops for it. Punt is deflected. Ball is at the 25, and Rafferty jumps on it as we have a penalty flag coming in late to the play. Personal foul against Summerville. That'll move the ball back.
Personal foul going to be against the Bears. That'll move them back just a little bit.
And we will take a closer look at that, see if we can directly find where the foul was. You see him holding the flag on the very far side of the field, waits a little while to throw it. No idea where that could have come from. You see it in his hand on the sideline, wanting to throw the flag for something, but then doesn't throw it until well after the play. See, flag in hand there, waits a couple seconds, but with or without it, Summerville still has the ball with Carter Lee. First down, gets those yards immediately back. Carter Lee looking at his fourth straight 100-yard rushing game. Incredible stats from the sophomore player. Last year there were 6 100-yard rushing games, 2 of those being from Leveros, 1 was from Colton Cash, and 3 were from Isaac Biggs, who was the second leading rusher with 764 yards total on 101 touches. Handoff, Lopez slips one tackle. He's inside the 10. He's inside the end zone. Touchdown, Summerville. Orlando Lopez does it again. The player who only had 4 rushing touchdowns, or rather had, 4 rushing touchdowns last season, now has more than that in just the first 4 weeks of the season. That was his 6th rushing touchdown so far. Now the second most rushing touchdowns out of any player, right behind Bryce Leveros. $34-0. And here's Bryson Benitez, the specialist, the 4.5-star kicker. Putting it through the yellow posts and nearly out of the stadium. 35-0 is the score. Bears football on NorCal Sports TV.
When it comes to real estate, you really want somebody who can unlock those doors and hand you the keys. Lupo is the name. Synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County already for 30 years, the latest Lupo family member to join the real estate team at Keller Williams Agency is Leanne Lupo. A Tuolumne County native who knows how special this place is we call home, and a hard worker who cares about clients. Special talent and a Summerville High School graduate and huge Bears supporter. Have her unlock the door and hand you the keys to your dream home today. Give her a call. See what she can do to help you.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
Third quarter of action, Summerville leading 35-0 over the Riverbank Bruins in Week 2 of Motherlode League play. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Thanks for being live down in the comment section. Sue Bondurant, the first to be up there. Thank you for broadcasting tonight. You're welcome. Always glad to be here for not only Summerville Bears football, but for the fans who can't come out and make it to the game. So we appreciate you watching, because we wouldn't be here without you watching in the first place. This one is muffed back inside the 5. Gives some time for the special teams to get back there. and he'll be stopped right around the 20. So a good job being able to get all the way back to where they would have started if it went out of the back of the end zone. Sybin the Mermaid also watching. Winning thoughts from Miwok Village. My uncle, let's go. Number 33, Jonathan Whitney, and number 3, Bryce Leveros. My parents watching once again from Alabaster, Alabama. Sue Bondera watching from Sonora. Craig Cook watching from Marion, Arkansas. Let's go, Aiden Ripley. Seen him out on defense a couple of times tonight as the clock continues to run on under 8 minutes. Coach Oliva watching from Gilroy. Go Bears, he says. Christine watching from Soulsbyville. Go Bears. Ashley Deer. Go Bears. Alton Tapley watching from Copperopolis. Coach Ryan Wynn watching from Arizona. Trent Stone. Go Bears watching from Reading. Mel James watching from Gillette, Wyoming. Ashley Deer says watching from Valley Springs. My grandpa watching from Columbia. Hi, Papa. Thanks for watching again for the second week in a row. Love you. Guam Mix watching from the moon. Ball trying to move for Riverbank, not doing much. It'll be third down and medium for them. Trent Stone giving an update from Sonora playing Orastemba 48-0 at halftime. The Sonora Wildcats with another perfect season so far. Looking at playoffs, looking at section, looking at state. One of the best teams we've seen in a long time, better than last year. Sonora is going to be a heavy favorite to win another state title, and we'd love to see it as a county together. 3rd and 6 for Riverbank, back under center in the I formation. He is hit as he gives the ball off. It'll be a loss of a yard, 4th down. Riverbank can't go anywhere. Mark Ratley watching from Bismarck, North Dakota. Matt Ryan watching from Pennsylvania. Thank you once again to everyone watching Summerville Bears football. And that's Altoona, Pennsylvania, that Matt Ryan is watching from. But thank you once again to everyone watching Bears football on NorCal Sports TV. We appreciate you tuning in. Become a subscriber by pressing that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell to know when we are live. When I started with NorCal Sports TV about 7 years ago, we were under 10,000 subscribers. We have breached 20,000 in just the last couple of weeks. So we want to keep that number going higher and higher so that we can bring you more and more games throughout Northern California, whether it's middle school, high school, junior college, semi-professional. We want to do it all. And if you want to sponsor, whether it's Bears football or any local programs, you can get in touch with us. Go to our website, norcalsportstv.com, or be in the comment section. Give us your number, give us a way to reach out, and we'll eventually get to you that way. And for all the locals to Tuolumne County, Columbia College men's basketball over the last couple of years, head coach Rob Hoyt has done a fantastic job pushing that program to the limits, constantly making playoffs. They've barely lost at home over the last 6 years. We want to bring you Columbia College basketball once again. We've taken a couple-year hiatus, but we want to be right back there in the Oak Pavilion, so you can help sponsor that. You can help get us in the door and bring everyone in Tuolumne County and outside the area Columbia College claim jumper basketball as Lopez bouncing out this side, trying to spin out of a tackle, but a great defensive job to throw him to the ground at the 20. Columbia College basketball, we want to be there for it. A lot of local players. Rye Atkins, former Summerville Bear, went to Modesto Christian to help further himself in the basketball program. Titan Calise, a Summerville High graduate. Noah Wright being a Sonora High graduate. And we have Boston Williams being a Bret Hart graduate. A lot of local players are on that Columbia team, and we want to support them through us on NorCal Sports TV. So reach out to us if you would like to be a part of that. Under 5 to play in Riverbank for a 1st and 10. Summerville leading 35-0. The pitch out to Richie Hanley. Duncan opening some space for him, launching into the end zone, but it is a holding that'll bring it back, unfortunately, for Richie Hanley. Looking at his first rushing touchdown of the season, not able to get it. Clock continues to run in this second half running clock after Summerville scored that last touchdown to go up 35-0. About to score again, looking at 42-0. Once again, that was Richie Hanley on that last carry as his fourth rushing attempt of the season. He only has 13 yards. Was looking to be his first rushing touchdown, but they'll give him the call again. We'll see if he can follow behind Rogers and company. Oh, he pushes his own player to make the block. Touchdown, Summerville. Richie Hanley does it in back-to-back carries. He pushes Jevin Rogers into the legs of the Bruin defense, which pushes him right open. You see him here. Hanley, right hand on the back of Rogers, gives a little shove, takes him down, open space, end zone, touchdown, Summerville. (41-0). Bryson Benitez for his sixth of the night. Too easy.
Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through three functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever. You ever needed a specialized trucking company for environmental cleanup? One that provides reliable, cost-effective transportation of aggregate materials and bulk construction equipment? Leslie Heavy Haul, who've been in business since 1978, are your people. Use their specialized equipment and personnel today by calling 209-840-1827 or check them out online, leslieheavyhaul.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram too. It's Leslie Heavy Haul for all your trucking needs, locally and long distance.
Located in downtown Sonora, Grocery Outlet is more than just a grocery store with fresh produce, fresh meat, including organic, but we have a huge selection of vitamins, health and beauty supply. We also have shelf stock with natural, organic, and specialty items that could make your head spin. Not to mention big brands with even bigger savings. It'll make you go bananas. Our annual food drive provides thousands of dollars for our Sonora community. Locally owned and operated by David and Jess Greenblatt.
Grocery Outlet Bar.
Another Deo Espresso and Smoothies kickoff. Bears football on NorCal Sports TV facing off against Riverbank in the Valley, 42-0. Clock continues to roll down. Benitez will kick off to Riverbank and will most likely send us into the fourth. Benitez, foot to leather, and will go out of the back of the end zone. Once again, that's our Deo Espresso and Smoothies kickoff as Summerville leads 42-0. Time will tick down, hit zeros, and we are on our way to the fourth.
Needed a specialized trucking company for environmental cleanup? One that provides reliable, cost-effective transportation of aggregate materials and bulk construction equipment? Leslie Heavy Haul, who've been in business since 1978, are your people. Use their specialized equipment and personnel today by calling 209-840-1827 or check them out online, leslieheavyhaul.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram too. It's Leslie Heavy Haul for all your trucking needs, locally and long distance. Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
12 minutes to go here in Riverbank. Summerville leading 42-0 with the running clock. Got the running clock just a couple minutes into the third quarter. Officials were trying to signal to start the clock. Haven't started it yet in the fourth, though, in the booth. Didn't look down at the officials. It is hard to get used to. But after this snap, we'll have 12 minutes until the end of week 2 in Motherlode League play. 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff, and the Bears tough to take down, but Goins will be in on the tackle to make the stop. Brenda saying, way to go, Bears. JT Oliva, you are doing great. It's been a big part of this team over the last couple of weeks. A great addition, filling in after some of the graduate players last year. Oliva, still a lot of time to be on this team as well. Only a sophomore, one of the 4 that are on the varsity roster. That was a 6-yard gain on the run from the Bruins. Handoff. Ripley trying to get there, but the blockers are able to maneuver around him. Owen Herrera gets up, labels him down alongside Lopez. Riverbank, first down from the 30. Immediately hit. Marker goes down. They say the ball was loose. Riverbank continues possession after the loss of 3. Immediately hitting the quarterback was Isaiah Eccles. Second and 13 now for Riverbank. Another stop by the Bears defense. Looking at the Division 7 rankings for the Sac Joaquin section, Linden's still at number 1, and it's because of their strength of schedule. Right now they sit at 2-2. Tonight they're going to be 3-2 after the conclusion of their game. Looking for a passing play. Herrera, another sack. Owen Herrera, his second sack of the season. His first came last week in the homecoming win, and now in back-to-back games, Owen Herrera will add a sack to the collection. Unbelievable, Owen Herrera. This will set out to have Orlando Lopez back to return the punt. He's going to be standing near the 45. The punter will be inside his own 10. Linden, their strength of schedule near even. Good mix of stronger and weaker opponents. Like I said, they're 2-2 currently, but by tonight they'll be 3-2. This ball, short punt, will land near the 40. And that's where Summerville will take over in yet another possession. Summerville being number 2 in D7, 3-1. They'll be 4-1 by the conclusion of tonight. Stone Ridge Christian, the first team outside the MLL to be ranked in D7. They are currently 3-1. Calaveras then comes in at number 4 with a 2-2 record. Most likely will be 3-2 after tonight. Their strength of schedule rests at negative 16.6, so playing slightly weaker opponents there. Then Rio Vista, Lee Grand, Waterford, Mariposa County, that's the top 8. And Denair, who has lost the Week 2 matchup against Summerville at number 9, Gustine, and then we go all the way down to number 11 before we hit Big Valley Christian for our 4th Motherlode League team in that D7 bracket. Riverbank and Bret Hart being ranked all the way down at 17 and 18, both with 1-3 records. A foul against Somerville pins them all the way back to the opposite 45. Jevin Rogers getting some crunch time runs. Here he goes for 55 yards. Jevin Rogers to the house. Touchdown, Somerville. My goodness, Jevin Rogers. He comes in late to make some late runs. Rogers, 4 rushes for 58 yards, including a touchdown. His long was 22. Now make it 55 for the 3rd longest rush of the season out of the entire Bears roster. Here's Benitez again for his 7th. High snap, quick hold. Benitez goes over the scoreboard. It's 49-0. Somerville leading Riverbank.
When it comes to real estate, you really want somebody who can unlock those doors and hand you the keys. Lupo is the name. Synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County already for 30 years, the latest Lupo family member to join the real estate team at Keller Williams Agency is Leanne Lupo. A Tuolumne County native who knows how special this place is we call home, and a hard worker who cares about clients. Special talent and a Somerville High School graduate and huge Bears supporter. Have her unlock the door and hand you the keys to your dream home today. Give her a call. See what she can do to help you. The Sonora Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through 3 functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever.
From the City of Action, Bears football against the Riverbank Bruins, 48-0. Somerville dominating in their 2nd week of MLL play. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Thank you for joining me on NorCal Sports TV. Become a subscriber if you're not, and hit that notification bell to know when we are live. And that's 49-0. My apologies. Somerville leading Riverbank. 5.5 minutes to go. They stopped the clock after that last touchdown. Not exactly sure why, but Benitez will once again kick off for our Deo Espresso and Smoothies kickoff. Thank you again to Deo. This kick from Benitez goes out of the end zone. Going out of town tomorrow, going on a trip, maybe staying in town, but just have to do some errands. Check out Deo Espresso and Smoothies. My favorite is the Peanut Butter Blast. Tony Benitez brought me one last week. During the game, he said, special delivery, here you go. You talk about it every week, so here's your Peanut Butter Blast. And today, it's his birthday, so happy birthday to Tony Benitez, being a proud sponsor with Deo of Somerville Bears football and just being a supporter of Bears football in general. Clock starts for Riverbank as they start the 1st and 10 possession from their own 20-yard line. They go I formation, just trying to put one score on the board if they can. They were able to put up 6 points against Calaveras last week in the major 63-6 loss. They gain 5 on this one. Second and 5, I formation. They go back to the run game. Ripley is there. Gain of 4. Coming up for the Bruins next week, they will be in Tracy to face off against the Millennium Falcons. It is their homecoming game, and for any Riverbank fans watching this one, their homecoming game will be at Tracy High School, not at Millennium. So that game at Tracy High School to face off against the Millennium Falcons. This run up the middle will gain enough for, they already moved the chains for a first down, even though he was short on the last one. So this will be second and roughly 4. But that'll be next week for Riverbank. The Bruins traveling across 580 to go to Tracy, and then Big Valley Christian the following week at Linden on October 17th, Bret Hart, and then finish up away at River Islands, which they're still building their program, and in a couple of years, most likely will be winning state championships. Just have to wait for the progression of the team. Another handoff. Ripley nearly gets the ball out, and then Jonathan Whitney making the tackle at the 40. That's what's coming up for the Riverbank Bruins as they will fall to a 1-4 overall record, 0-2 in league play. And for the Summerville Bears, after starting off with a 2-0 record in league, 4-1 overall after the first week loss to Ripon Christian, 35-21. That's their only loss on the season, and it's the only one they plan on getting. They will be playing back at Thorstead Field next Friday. Calaveras comes to town. The only team that beat Summerville in last year's state championship run, it was the Calaveras Redhawks. Scoreless in the first half, Summerville. Then they score 34 points in the second half. Their game-tying extra point gets blocked. They get the ball back, weren't able to find the end zone, 35-34. The only game they lost, and it was by 1 point to the team that they've been battling year in and year out. And this year, the Motherlode League title basically comes down to this game, Calaveras-Summerville, next Friday night, October 3rd. I recommend you be right at Thorstead Field, but if you can't make it, be right here on NorCal Sports TV. Mark and Chris Kraft watching in West Tuolumne. Thanks for joining the broadcast. Missed all the touchdowns, but maybe we'll see one more. It's 49-0 in Summerville. Their defense, they want to score too. After the Calaveras game next week, in Lathrop at River Islands, then they'll play against the Falcons at home for the first time in the history of the two teams playing. They've had them on the schedule for the last 2 years, but Millennium has backed out of the game the first time. Last year, they only had a JV squad, and now those players moving up, they have varsity, and they said, we're in the Motherlode League, we're going to face off against Summerville. So we'll see how that goes in just a couple of weeks at home. Big Valley Christian, the Lions come to town, and we end our season away at Linden High School. We've already got confirmation that they are allowing us to be there at the Lions Stadium. So if you don't want to drive all that way, then NorCal Sports TV is here for you like always. We've dipped under 2 minutes to play in Riverbank as the Bruins will be smashed at the line to gain. Two officials are pointing in favor of the chains to move downfield. They will. Bruins will get up to the line quick. I formation. Get up and scan the defense. Back to the run game. And every single white jersey come flying in as we have multiple flags.
Flags fly. Personal foul, face mask is the call against the Bears.
Face mask against Summerville. You see that right hand get near the helmet there. So move that ball 15 yards forward. In Riverbank, they have maybe 1-2 plays once this ball is set. Maybe look to the air, see if you can get some points. Most likely just one play. They need 40 yards to get to the end zone. We'll see if Riverbank wants to take a shot down there. Try to avoid the shutout. One receiver to the top of the screen, moving from the right hash. They go to the ground game, and it's Ripley, Herrera, Duncan comes flying in, and as the last couple of seconds tick off the clock, it is the Summerville Bears remaining perfect in Motherlode League play at 2-0, remaining at the top of the league. Next week is Calaveras. You don't want to miss it. Be here for it on NorCal Sports TV. Subscribe and hit that notification bell to know when we are live. That's a game that you need to see. Until then, you've been watching Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV. Thanks to Deo Espresso and Smoothies and all of our other great sponsors. For Taylor Rector, Alyssa Rector, I've been the voice of choice, Levi Flores. See you next Friday night, October 3rd, as Calaveras comes to Thorstead Field.